Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. This is the night session, and we are reading the book Prabhupada, the Messenger of a Supreme Lord, written by Satya Sarupa Dasa Goswami. So let's start our session with offering prayers to our acharyas. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री चैतन्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण एवरीवन।
हरे कृष्ण माता
कृष्ण
जी।
माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। So from tomorrow session will be resume as it was before. Session will be start around 9 p.m. and it will be concluded around 9:45. Okay. So let's from tomorrow Ramya Mataji will be back. Okay. So you don't have need to tolerate me. Okay. So yes,
Mataji, you are doing
as usual.
wonderful seva, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Both in the
No,
morning
Prabhuji.
and in the
Most
evening
of the
book reading.
devotees, they are attending in the morning. Okay, so they are like, oh, morning, Mataji, you come in the morning, you torture us, and you again start coming in evening.
That's
So
out of
yes,
affection, they say, Mataji.
no, Prabhuji. But Ramya Mataji is really good, na? She is taking up the seva because most of the devotees, it is very hard to join at 6:30 in early morning. So yes, they can take the benefit. And even the Ramya Mataji is working, na? She come at home around 8:30. So then she freshen up and then immediately she take the classes. Okay, so she is also putting lot of endeavors. So yes, let's start our session. So let's glorify Srila Prabhupada. And it's not about just reading the books and forgetting. No, each page we go through the struggles, how Srila Prabhupada struggle. Srila Prabhupada struggle for not other devotees. He struggle personally for me because I am taking the benefit of everything. Prabhupada, simply prepare, he simply prepared the food and our senior devotees feeding us. We simply had to take the food inside our mouth. We have to chew it and we have to digest it. This simple thing we have to do. So instructions are available in a form of a books. We have to take the instruction and we have to apply those instruction in our daily life. Okay. So let's start with something, संसारे दावानललितलोका प्राणय कारुण्य घना घनात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणानुवास्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्द. So yes, we are seeing the forest fire everywhere of this material existence. What is the fire of taking the birth. Okay, someone would like to take the birth in a very poor family where they have to struggle for basic things. Those who don't have the background noise, they can mute themselves and they can answer. Okay, because it should be two ways, at least for today. Okay, so do anyone like to take the birth in some family where they are they will struggle for basic things, and in a poor family, is it anyone
No,
would like to take the birth?
no, Mataji, no.
But then also they are forced to take a birth, and no one wants to get old now. That's why they
Yes.
are applying the anti-aging creams. They are taking anti-aging drinks, and even they are taking the injection inside the skin, so that their their youth can be stained, and even they color their hairs when they start getting gray. Why? Because
Yes.
no one wants to get old. And is anyone here uh, like uh, they are willing, okay, I should get the fever, or they want some diseases? No one wants the diseases. And anyone would like to die? No one wants to die. So these are the miseries. And this is the davanal. You know what is davanal? That is the forest fire. And can I have this glass of water. From this glass of water, can we extinguish the davanal or forest fire?
No,
No, na. So,
no.
to extinguish the even the one tanker of water, even the 50 liters of water, or 1,000 liter of water, it is not enough enough to extinguish the fire. Even their recent fire is in isn't I think it was in Hollywood, na, this kind of forest fire. So they turn everything into ashes, the big bungalows and everything. So we can see when there is a davanal of this this four miseries, these are our actual problem: birth, old age, disease. And then also adi atmic you know like everyone, even from the child to a 60-year-old, even the 80-year-old person, everyone is suffering from his own mind. He become anxious, he become depressed, and he become there is a feeling of uneasiness. So the problems arise from own the mind, and own thoughts are adi and atmic, not adhyatmic. Okay, so then the second misery is adi bhautik. Adi bhautik, we can say in summer, what is the temperature? 40 degree, 45 degree, even some areas it's 50 degree. Are you feel comfortable in that summer? No. We try to maintain the low temperature by artificial means. And so this is the adi bhautik, sorry, this is the adi daivik, na? Because these are not in our hand. Very low temperature, very high temperature, very high rainfall, even the villages go underwater. So these are the problems, and we cannot find the solutions for them. So, and even there are some diseases like a COVID, and even the swine flu, and many other viral diseases. We get the we face the problem from other jivas. So yes, there is no solution for this thing. And this is the a conditioning, this is the material conditioning. And yes, this is the davanal, and we are suffering. So yes, we are suffering in this sansara davanal. And this fire, for this forest fire, cannot be extinguished by the simply glass of water, or pouring the water through the bucket. It requires, if we want to extinguish the fire, we require the heavy rainfall. So Srila Prabhu, this, these clouds, they collect the water from the ocean, and they come on on the top of the forest, and then they start the rainfall. And with that heavy rainfall, the forest fire is extinguished. So Srila Prabhupada struggled so hard when he was in a Radha Damodar temple. His neighborhood boys and his neighbor said that Swamiji hardly used to sleep. Only for 1 to 2 hours he used to sleep, and the entire day he used to spend his time in chanting, reading the reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and yes, most of the time chanting. And he used to chant in ecstasy. Tears were flowing from his eyes. Okay, we don't have to imitate because we are not on that platform, but we can yes, but at least we can appreciate the Srila Prabhupada. So, and he used to cook for his deities with a he used to do a very like a very good prasadam, lot of sweets. But he simply used to take a simple food, and like whatever sweet he used to prepare, he used to distribute in a small children's, even the neighbors. So like what lesson we can take, like when it comes to us, like where our time goes, where we waste our time, like Srila Prabhupada sleeping only for 1 or 2 hours, like okay, we don't have to imitate, because like we are not on the spiritual plane, like when our spiritual when our spirituality increases, when our then our body start become spiritual, and like then this material needs now, like eating, sleeping, this automatically reduces. So but currently we are not in that stage, we don't have to imitate, otherwise there will be some health issues. But we can see, we can learn from the Srila Prabhupada's life, that okay, Srila Prabhupada said na, like you can sleep for the 6 hours, and after that whatever like you are sleeping, it is not rest, it is not for rest of our body, it is a luxury. So we shouldn't waste our time in a luxury, but better like whatever, after like removing the 6 hours, then how much time will left, like we are still having the uh, 18 hours, then how much time, like what we do with that time. So we should invest the time. If we get the 5 minute time, we can read the small books, like that books are so small, like only the 40 to 50 pages, or some are around 100 pages, and that weight will be not more than 50 to 100 gram. So we can keep a small book copy with us, like whenever we get the 5 to 10 minute time, 15-minute time, take out the book, read 1 or 2 pages. Or like like God is so merciful, we have the hands, and there are finger digits. So like you will say, oh, I have 1 minute time, like if I like start taking the like chanting back, it my 1 minute will be finished. So like in that time, like like you have to bring your thumb to each digit, and you have to chant the holy name. So like instead of find excuses or I don't have time, try to find the solution, like from where I can manage the time. So like you can chant you can chant Krishna's name, holy name. And like yes, holy name is very easily available, and the process is simply very simple. Like we simply have to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and we have to hear. But like when things are easily available, and like they are very simple, we our tendency is to take them casually. So this is not good. We shouldn't take the holy name very casually. We should glorify the holy name, and we should listen the glorification. And like simply by the chanting Hare Krishna, like we can go back to the Godhead. But then why it is necessary to hear the Harikatha? Why it is necessary to read the Srila Prabhupada books? And why is it necessary to attend the Bhagavatam class, Chaitanya Charitamrita class? Okay, like a process is simple. We simply have to chant the holy name. But we are not in the stage that we can chant the holy name very nicely. And like so like to chant to facilitate the chanting of holy name often less, and uh, with the relishment. So like this all facilities are given so that we can engage our senses in all of these things. And when our senses get pure, then we can chant the holy name very nicely. So Prabhupada struggled so hard. And yes, like he like entire time he used to spend reading the books, and like writing comments on that. So yes, like we are reading the books, like simply we are going to finish 5 or 10 pages every day. Like when it comes to me, like it will be hardly 2 to 3 pages, okay. But like Ramya Mataji will take little faster now. So like when you next morning when you get up, like when you finish your rounds, or whenever you get the 10-15 minute time, like go through the books. And like when you have these books now, like keep the highlighters with you. And like whatever point you like, now you have to highlight that. And you have to keep small notebooks with you, okay. And like you have to make the notes. I'm also making the notes now. Like I'm not just telling you. So you have to make the small notes, and like whatever points you like. Okay, like from this we can take out from today's session we can take out the points. Okay, Prabhupada get the 2 instructions from his guru, and like how with the full dedication he fully dedicate his life to fulfill these 2 desires of his spiritual master. So okay, at least let me take the one desire of my spiritual master and try to fulfill it. So we have to apply those teachings in our life. Okay. So let's go with a brief summary, and then we will finish try to finish the introduction. but it is very hard for me. Okay, so yes, Prabhupada arrived in America in 1965. Okay, so and before arriving to America, Prabhupada was written only 3 books, and when he in next few years, like he write more than 60 books. And like when Prabhupada was in India, like he has only one initiated disciple, but like when he goes in Western countries, he has more than 4,000 disciples. So yes, he struggled for 44 years in India, but there was no success. But within the next 12 years, we can see how he was the successful. Like he was able to build the 108 temples, and like he propagated the Hare Krishna and Sankirtana movement, Bhagavad Dharma to entire the world. And from his here it is written like first 69 years of his life are the preparation for those achievements. So yes, everyone wants to go back to the Godhead, but it is not possible to simply utter the holy name at the last stage, like when you have to leave this body. So you have to practice it every day through his through your sadhana, and your sadhana is your medicine. And medicine, like you have to take it every day, then only we will get cured. And yes, American, American disciples used to say he's like a genie coming from the Aladdin's lamp. And he born, Abhay born in September 1, 1896 in Calcutta. His father name was Kaur Mohante, and his mother name is Rajni. And like after children are born, it is and they firstly they used to check the horoscope, and at that time it was like a little accurate, but this times people are not maintaining the purity, and they are not even that much knowledgeable. So at this time, seeing horrible horoscope is not good, because you can change your horoscope simply by passing few amount of money. Okay, so this is not a true horoscope in this time. Okay, so yes, so in that horoscope it is said that at the age of 70, this Abhay will be cross the ocean, and here he will propagate the a Sankirtana, he will propagate the Bhagavad Dharma, and he will build the 108 temples. And we can see this, it has come true. And yes, Prabhupada was from very very well doing the family. He was from the merchant family, and his their title was given by is a mulik, like it is given by the some Muslim people, so that when they was ruling the area, this mulik title was given someone who is a very influential and who is a wealthy. So in that area where he was living, 101 Harrison Road in Kolkata, there is a Radha Govinda temple, and he and his father used to go in the temple. And what we can see here, they take the darshan of deities, and they used to offer the prayers not for the 1 minute 5 minutes like us, but they used to do it for the hours. So yes, we can take the instruction from this, that when you go in a temple, we don't have to take the darshan for 1 minute or 2 minutes, and that too by closing your eyes. No, we have to completely meditate on the a form, or archa vigraha form of form of the deities and Radha and Krishna. We have to go through the every detail, and we have to print the darshan inside our heart. Okay, so yes, Srila Prabhupada said his father is a pure Vaishnava, and he's from the childhood he sees that his father was performing aartis and reading Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Even his father used to like uh, received the Vaishnavas regularly at home, and he used to request the Vaishnavas to bless his child. And child's tendency is when you instruct the child is not going to listen. But but if you try to follow the if you are trying, or if you want to if you want to convey some instruction to your child, but you apply the instruction to yourself, then child will automatically imitate. The child will imitate their parents and their their seniors. So like yes, like when like if we want to bring our children in a Krishna consciousness, so we have to practice Krishna consciousness so nicely that by seeing us like, oh, when they like when my parents took the Krishna consciousness, their behavior has changed. They don't mock me for unnecessary things, and like even if there are many difficulties, they are like they go past the difficulties very smoothly, and their behavior changed so nicely, and they have become saintly. So when they see all of these things, then they try to imitate our things, like even we are getting up early morning and offering the mangalati, then they imitate the same things. So like you cannot like you are not chanting 16 rounds, you are not waking up early, you are not taking bath, and like when you say to instruct your children, they are not going to listen. But if you start getting up early, like after some time they will also start doing so. And like one of the uh, Prabhupada says about his father, his father was so gentle and affectionate. He never punished Abhay, and even he want to uh, like what we say mock the Abhay. Then he used to firstly apologize. You are my son, so I must correct you. It's my duty. And even the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father used to chastise him. And when Abhay was like when a child, then from that time like Gaur Mohante hire someone who can teach him the mridanga, and he can sing the Vaishnav songs, and like he also bring him the Radha Krishna deities, and like he start the worshipping deities from the childhood. So instead of like attaching your children too much to the cartoons and other playful things, it is better to engage our children in spiritual things. And even his father want to become Prabhupada, a very good preacher, and who can give the classes on the Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, who can become a very good Vaishnav. And but his mother want him to become someone like a British lawyer. So even there was like a Prabhupada, there was like chance that he can be sent to the London, but his father said, "Oh, I don't want to send my son to the London because he may get influenced, he may start drinking or taking meat and become a women hunter. So I don't want money, but I want my son to be the spiritual." So we can see what you want from your children, na? Because whatever comforts we get, but they are going to destroy it with our with this body. But whatever spiritual practices you do, they are forming your next body. And there is one short I just share in our group also, na? Like you have to give this life to Srila Prabhupada. Just follow all the instruction, practice the Krishna consciousness very seriously, and when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, our next life is guaranteed, na? Like even if we are not able to go back to the Godhead, we can, there is 100% surety that we will get a human form of life. So Prabhupada said, like in this life, do as I say, and in next life, do whatever you want to do. But for this life, give this life to me, and give this life to Krishna. So so of course, we all will get the human life, but in this life, try to follow all the instructions Srila Prabhupada has given. So yes, even in childhood, he start the Ratha Yatra, and in Ratha Yatra is not just for the one day, but it was for the it was for when he was a 6 year old. Yeah,
8 days,
at
Mataji.
that time, yes, at 6 years old, he got the deities. But yeah, the Ratha Yatra for successive 8 years. Sorry, 8 days. Yeah, 8 days. Okay. And his sister used to help him. Her name was the Bhavatarini. And yes, a little Abhay also tried to imitate his father by whatever he get the food inside his home, like he used to offer to the deities. He used to do the aartis by offering ghee lamp, and also at a night he used to put them sleep. And when it comes to all the deity worship, he learned all of these things from his father, and from his spiritual master he learned about the printing and distributing the transcendental literature. Then he married to Radharani Datta, and he also tried to involve his wife and children in Krishna conscious movement, but they are not taking interest. Even his wife when Prabhupada used to give call all the people and like used to give the classes on Gita, his wife used to go in upper room and like he used to like simply take the tea and biscuits, and like even like Prabhupada said like you have to choose between me and a tea, and then like his wife jokingly said that then like I will choose the tea. And even like he commit one big mistake that like he sell the Bhagavatam and the Vedic literatures simply in exchange of some biscuits. So like we also seen that like Srila Prabhupada was interested in an independent movement. He's influenced by Subhash Chandra Bose and like then Gandhiji. And because of this like he refused to take accept his diploma degree, and but his father was little concerned, okay, like whatever politics is going on, but you shouldn't reject your degree because like it will help you to maintain yourself. So but out of compassion he arranged some good employment for Abhay in Dr. Bose laboratory. And in 1922 he met his spiritual master. like firstly he don't used to believe in the sadhus because one hand they speak very spiritual things and other hand they are drinking or the smoking cigarettes. So Abhay firstly not used to too much trust this sadhus, but like when he meet the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as he instructed that like you are the young educated man, you should teach the message of Lord Chaitanya to the entire world. And like why Western countries? Because like we like think now Western countries are so great. Why they are great? Because they are having a lot of wealth and like they are having lot of material comforts, and like for their in that countries like sense gratification is freely available. And we don't like India because like yes this Indian peoples like they generally try to follow the what Western countries are doing. So, like, so Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, like, when the Western countries will take the Krishna consciousness by seeing them, like, this Indians will try to imitate them. And like we can see also see the like we are even firstly it is about the clothes. Now it is about like eating and sleeping habits, and now it is also coming in the relationship. Now like everyone was like try to cheat or the number of divorces are also increasing. Like we can see like we are like trying to imitate the Western countries, but like we are forgetting that like the whatever what the treasure we have, the Vedic knowledge and like the spiritual things, like even the Western people come in India to practice the spirituality. So yes, so like yeah, then we can move to the second step. Like yes, in a second time when yes, second time he is like he received the instruction from his spiritual master at in Vrindavana at on the like on the banks of a Radha Kunda, that like whenever you get the money you have to print the books and you have to distribute. Because like when we are building the big temples, like even the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati built the very big mathas, and but like these disciples are simply fighting for the name, fame and the position. They are fighting for the rooms in the mathas. So like like by seeing this, like Prabhupada also formed the two things now. Like one is ISKCON to distribute the books and to teach the books, and second is a BBT to print the books. So like we have to we have to print the books, distribute the books, and at the same time we have to do the pre-reaching. And we not only we have to distribute the books, but we also have to teach the books. So and yes, like Prabhupada arranged in a such a way that like within the 4 years of time, like he can meet his spiritual master in dozens of a time. And like in 1932 Prabhupada received the initiation. He also received the Harinam initiation and Brahman initiation at the same time in Allahabad. Okay. And Prabhupada struggled so hard, like, because yes, we can see here in the 1950s was very difficult time for the Abhay. Why it was the difficult time for Abhay? Because like his father and mother take care of him as he was the pet child. He provide everything, everything of the best possible. And like he's also his spiritual master also provide him the special guidance and and affection. But by Krishna's mercy, like he lost his business, and like even his family members are not cooperating. Even he like in the 1950s he was struggling for the basic things, food, clothes, and even for the place to live. So this was very difficult time for Prabhupada. And like Prabhupada, at this time, like he is not also receiving the donations, and like but he spent his time in writing. So yes, like sometimes we don't get the facilities, but instead of thinking, oh, am not getting facilities, instead of lamenting, we can spend our time in the reading Prabhupada books. In our life, like there will be some problems, like but in that problems, like instead of lamenting on like, oh, why these things are happened to me, why this happened, like, but like Krishna has given you the special time, so you can invest that time in reading Prabhupada books, hearing the Harikatha. You can use that time in purification of ourselves. So, Prabhupada used to write the books in Vrindavana, and for the distribution, he used to go in a Delhi. And like in morning, he used to go in a Delhi, and at night he used to come back because he don't have the money to stay in a Delhi, and it was the expensive for him to at that time. And like yes, he received he suffered the heat stroke, and even cows some street cow used to try to hurt Srila Prabhupada. And like Srila Prabhupada used to stay unconscious, unattended by anyone like for hours. So we can see Prabhupada has struggled a lot. So, yes, like when we want a Krishna in our life, firstly we have to perform some austerity, okay? Even the Devki and Vasudeva, firstly they go through the lot of austerity, and then only like Krishna appear in our life, in their life. So if you want a Krishna, be ready to face be ready to face any dangers and whatever, and like be ready to to perform the austerity, to wake up early, following four regulative principles. Okay, I think from like at least we can read 1 or 2 pages. Hare Krishna, who want to read? Because this session is specially for Ramya Mataji, na? So like when she
Mataji,
will come, she
are you
can
sharing the
continue.
screen?
Yes, Prabhuji. We have to start from the Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Who wants to read? They can directly start reading. Okay.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Bhakti Vedanta Swami had moved his Vrindavana residence to the Mataji side is not Radha Damodara temple. Now, without even leaving his room, he could look out and see the altar and 4-foot high form of Vrindavana Chandra, the black marble Krishna deity worshipped hundreds of years ago by Krishna Dasa Kaviraja. This was superior to his room at the Vamshi Gopalaji temple, because now he was living in the temple of Jiva Goswami, where great souls like the Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatana, Raghunatha, and Jiva had all gathered, taken prasadam, chanted, and discussed Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. This was the best place to work on Srimad Bhagavatam. While staying at the Radha Damodara temple, Bhaktivedanta Swami would prepare his own meals, and as he sat to take prasadam, he could see through the lattice work the Samadhi tomb of Rupa Goswami. Feeling Rupa Goswami's presence, he would think of his own mission for his spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Swami's spiritual master, and the previous spiritual masters in the disciplic succession had wanted the Krishna consciousness movement to spread all over the world. And as Bhaktivedanta Swami daily gathered inspiration, sitting before Rupa Goswami's Samadhi, he prayed to his spiritual predecessors for guidance. The intimate direction he received from them was an absolute dictation, and no government, no publisher, nor anyone else could shake or diminish it. Rupa Goswami wanted him to go to West, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati wanted him to go to the West, and Krishna had arranged that he be brought to the Radha Damodara temple to receive their blessings. At the Radha Damodara temple, he felt he had entered an eternal residence known only to pure devotees of the Lord. Yet, although they were allowing him to associate intimately with them in the place of their pastimes, he felt they were ordering him to leave Radha Damodara and Vrindavana and to deliver the message of the acharyas to forgetful parts of the world. Writing was only half the battle, the other half was publishing. The publishers, however, were not interested in the 60-volume Bhagavatam series, and the Bhaktivedanta Swami was not interested in anything else. To publish his books, therefore, he would have to solicit donations and publish at his own expense. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you Mataji. Like, you know, when we are reading in a sessions, it is also service to Srila Prabhupada because we are also trying to propagate his message. Na?
Yes.
So yes, like Prabhupada used to stay, like yes, here it is a statement that he used to type day and night on the desk, and like he simply used to take the rest for 1 or 2 hours, and like he give us the more than 60 books, and like he give us the basics of spirituality. So he was like in very good na, like Srila Prabhupada is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, and Vrindavan is a like a place where the Sri Krishna used to live. So like it is very nice and comfy place for the Srila Prabhupada. And like he used to stay in Radha Damodar temple, and entire day he used to spend on the writing and reading Bhagavatam, and finding like he used to, you know, like whatever the commentaries given by like Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur and other acharyas, he used to read entire like all the commentaries, and like he used to take the his summary in summary form, like for like a 5-6 author used to do in the such a way that, and he like whatever nectar and whatever realization he have, he has given in the books. So like these books are so nectarian, and they are like nothing material. All books are on a transcendental plane, and like we should relish this nectar, but because we are having the jaundice of this material conditioning, so we are not able to relishing taste. But when we keep taking the medicine by simply reading the books, simply chanting the holy name, like when our this material jaundice will be gone, then we can start getting the nectar. But process is like daily take the medicine, daily read for the half hour, daily hear for the half hour, daily chant the 16 rounds, daily follow the 4 regulative principles. Okay, so like he used to prepare his own meals, and he used to see the samadhi of a Rupa Goswami, and like he used to pray, and Krishna arranged us. You know, whatever happens in our life, like even they are so we are seeing that, oh, everything is so problematic. There are a lot of problems in our life, but they are plans of Krishna. Like even losses in a business, like it was the plan of Krishna. Like bring the Srila Prabhupada to the Vrindavan. It is also plan of Krishna, so that he can receive the blessings from the previous acharyas. And like Srila Rupa Goswami used to say, yes, you have to go to spread the message of Lord Chaitanya to the Western countries. Even his Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his Guru Maharaj, used to say the same. And after some time, they used to tell Prabhupada, you have to leave this Vrindavana and you have to go to propagate the message of Sankirtana, a message of the Lord Chaitanya to the Western countries. So like what we can learn from here, like okay, we are having very comfortable place, but we have to take the risk. We have to move out of this comfort zone. We have to leave the comfort zone, and like we have to work for Krishna. We have to do the pre-reaching. Like whatever sevas we can do, we have to we have to leave our comfort zone. Krishna says like you have to surrender to me. Surrender to means like whatever likes and dislikes you have, whatever comfort and uncomfortable things you have, but you don't have to think about anything. You simply have to think how can I fulfill my missions of my spiritual master? Uh, how can I fulfill the instruction of Srila Prabhupada? How can I fulfill the instruction of my spiritual master? So we have to leave the comfort zone, and we have to take the risk for Krishna, and take the try to follow the instruction of our spiritual masters. Yes, half battle was writing, but half battle was publishing. No one was ready to publish the 60 volume of a Bhagavatam series. So Bhaktivedanta Swami wants has to collect the funds and collect the donations, and from that he can publish the books on own on own expense. Hare Krishna, who wants to read? Yes, Sharimala Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. A printing contact advised Bhaktivedanta Swami to travel to Gorakhpur and show his manuscript to Hanuman Prasad Poddar, the famous religious publisher. Bhaktivedanta Swami took the 500-mile trip and obtained a donation of 4,000 rupees to be used toward the publication of his first volume of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhaktivedanta Swami would read and correct the proofs himself, and even as the first volume was being printed, he was still writing the last chapters. When the proofs were ready at OK Press, he would pick them up, return to his room at Chippiwada, correct the proofs, and then return them. In 1962, he was walking daily back and forth between his room and the printers. The neighborhood was a blend of commercial business and tenement life, with children playing in the hazardous street. Bhaktivedanta Swami, a gentle-looking yet determined figure, would walk amidst this milieu. As he moved past the tenements, the tile sellers, the grain sellers, the sweet shops, and the printers overhead would be electrical wires, pigeons, and the clotheslines from the tenement balconies. Finally, he would arrive at OK Press directly across from a small mosque. He would come to deliver the corrected proofs and to anxiously oversee the printing. When the printing was completed, Bhaktivedanta Swami went out to sell his books, much as he had done with his Back to Godhead newspaper. He soon obtained favorable reviews of the work from Hanuman Prasad Poddar and from the renowned Hindu philosopher Dr. Radhakrishnan. The prestigious Adyar Library Bulletin gave a full review, noting the editor's vast and deep study of the subject. His scholarly godbrothers also wrote their appreciations. He even managed to secure an order for 18 copies from the US Embassy to be distributed in America through the Library of Congress. Institutional sales were brisk, but then sales slowed. As the only agent, Bhaktivedanta Swami was spending hours daily just to sell a few copies. Also, he was entirely responsible for raising funds for the next volume. In the meantime, he continued translating and writing the purports, but at the present rate, with sales so slow, he would not be able to complete the work in his lifetime. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So we can see he was struggling to find the donations, but he met Hanuman Prasad Podar, a religious publisher. So they agreed to publish. So his books were published from this OK Press. Yeah, they used to print this book. But in the book also there is many processes. We also have to do proofreading and all other things. So so Prabhupada has taken one room in a Chappiwada in in Radha Krishna temple near. So he used to go he used to go at this OK Press, and then he has to come back, and he used to do this by walking, and at that time, what will be the age of Srila Prabhupada? He will be in a more than 55, or around in 60s now. So we can see the 60-year-old man, how he's just struggling. Why he's just struggling? For his sense gratification, or for material comforts? No, he is struggling to fulfill the instruction of his guru. So we also have to struggle, not for the sense gratification, not for the more and more comforts, and in more and more to make this Dukhalayam to the Sukhalayam, but we have to put our efforts, we have to struggle so that we can also fulfill the mission of Lord Chaitanya, fulfill the instruction of our spiritual master, and help the spiritual master in the preaching. Okay, so we also have to struggle, but struggle should be for the right things, otherwise it is the useless. So yes, he used to spend hours, he used to see the proofreadings, then he used to spend the hours in the distributing. But we don't have to struggle this much now. We or simply by the online, if you pay some amount, there will be hundreds of copies next come to our doorstep. But to be taking the struggle of distributing books, there is a very simple funda, I will show you. These are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, these are around the 7 books, and they are coming inside my one hand. Okay, my hand will be little smaller than you. So these are not going to weight more than a 300 or more than half kg. So when we are traveling, carry the small copies of book in that regional language. When you are traveling to the north countries, north states, we can take the books in Hindi or some books in English. So when we are traveling, keep these books with you. And when you are traveling by a plane or train, take one book and try to distribute it. Okay, it will be not going to it will be not easy, but at least we should try, because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, there will be someone who can buy your book, and then you can see the how Srila Prabhupada has struggled, because for the one book you can see how difficult it is to distribute single book, and how Prabhupada spread this Krishna consciousness movement. So we should pre-reach, because this is our family business, na? To pre-reach the message of a Lord Chaitanya, and to distribute the books. This is the family business, and we should take the family business. So you don't have to dedicate fully to render the seva. Simply by traveling, you can carry the copies of a small book with you and try to distribute the books. And this will be the seva for Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada is very happy when someone distribute his books. And even, Krishna says those devotees are very dear to him, those who brings souls towards the Krishna. So this book distribution is very very dear to Lord Krishna also, and very dear to Srila Prabhupada also. So today we will end here. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. हरे कृष्ण. So Mataji and Prabhuji, we are in we finished till this page. Okay, so before coming to next session, please go through the pictures, all the pictures, and whatever information is written there, the place where first copy of Bhagavatam has printed, the ship from which Jalduta ship from which Prabhupada goes to the Western countries. So you should go through this these pictures and titles of these pictures. And from tomorrow, Mataji will try to Mataji will finish the introduction. Okay, I just take this so that there should be no gap, and you are able to there should be consistency in everything, whatever sadhana you are doing. When you are attending the reading club, half hour is taken care, you are also getting the association, and you are also reading the Srila Prabhupada books. So half hour you can spend, again you can spend by own reading Srila Prabhupada books. And it is very hard to read the books. Even I have a lot of books here, but I was not able to read the books. So that's why to fulfill the one of a vision of Srila Prabhupada, we start this reading club, and till now we are able to finish around the 7 books in a morning session. So we can see this is the power of association. Look, when we are struggling to chanting 16 rounds, find someone in your association who are very good in chanting 16 rounds. When you are struggling to reading the books, find someone find the association where we can read the books together. So in this way, we can render our like little service to Lord Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. Happy Krishna conscious night.
Hare
Sorry
Krishna
for being
Mataji.
late. Okay.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam. Thank you
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sadar Pranam.